to just have straight talk. Don't tell them it's low risk. That's like the hurricane, okay? You know, I would be really mad at you if I thought you were a hurricane forecaster and you knew this was coming, but you kept telling me, oh, it's low risk, don't worry about it.
Right. Yeah, once it hit.
Yeah, so that's what we need to do today is just say this is going to be challenging. And we're going to get through it, though. We are going to get through it.
I hope this wakes people up to the value of vaccines, too. There's so many wackos out there that think that vaccines are, you know, a scam or they're dangerous or there's so many people out there that won't vaccinate their children.
No. You know, one of your best shows you ever did was...
Oh, he's even advocating for children being vaccinated. Oh, no.
Peter Hotez.
Yes,
He's a dear friend of
guy.
mine. I do too. He's a dear friend of mine, as you. And, you know, he is one of the champions out there on this very issue.
Yes.
I couldn't agree with you more. I think that's really an important point that, you know, we got to get this idea. These vaccines can be life-saving. If we had one right now, think how different this situation would be in the world.
Oh, we found out exactly how different Joe Rogan's situation would be once the vaccines actually came out.
Right. Thank you for what you do say about vaccines, because people listen to you, and we need every positive voice because we have so many crazy voices.
Imagine being this guy. Imagine being this guy and talking to Joe Rogan and being like, we need you. People listen to you. And we need you to advocate how important vaccines are. And Joe Rogan's like, yeah. And this guy left the studio feeling vindicated. But he forgot that Joe Rogan's brain is made out of soup. Oh God, he must feel like the guy. He must feel like the guy who failed to prevent the thing from happening. You know,
Voices out there right now that are
so paranoid and delusional, and they want it all to be a conspiracy. There's been an amazing medical innovation in human culture, and that's vaccines. It's amazing what it's done. And have there been adverse effects on people? Of course, everything that people do. There's some people that are going to react in a bad way. It doesn't mean it's not a positive thing.
No, Joe. Joe! You had it! You even acknowledged that adverse effects are an inevitable part of any vaccine, but that it's outweighed significantly by the benefits of not getting the disease! Joe! You had it! Joe, you were you weren't near the finish line. You were at the finish line. You were at the finish line. You were there! You were having lemonade with the hot booty bitch who had the tape. And then you started running backwards. You started running backwards. You fucking knocked through 3 dudes who were trying to make their way to the finish line. Jesus Christ. Strained analogy. I had fun. So you can say this is because he's lying, and I do think there are elements of deliberate dishonesty to what he does. You could say that he forgore, and he's just dumb, and I do think that he's dumb, and it wouldn't surprise me if he forgore. Like, honest to God, my guess is that this is just kind of an infinite recursive cycle of him being supported by the worst elements of the anti-vax community. So he goes into this being supportive of vaccines, but then, you know, he talks a little bit about the controversy. Like, there's a little bit, because there's discourse about it. There was going to be a big anti-vax push no matter what. He touches on it a little bit, you know, he pokes at it. And you know who loves it when he pokes at it? The anti-vaxxers. He's like the biggest media guy in the country. They love bomb him. He gets views, he gets money, he gets attention, he gets discourse. And he also gets a lot of hate from non-vaccine hesitant people. Now, who do you think he's going to trend towards? Who do you think he's going to be pushed towards? The people who are love bombing him and giving him a fuck ton of money? Or the people who are being critical of his behavior? Joe Rogan has never been incredibly responsible with his platform. He used to be a lot better, but I've often found people who are irresponsible with their platforms will always side with betraying their values to fit in with people who don't think they have an obligation to be responsible at all, to people who want them to remain consistent and responsible. The lure of permitted irresponsibility is greater than the lure of being consistent and ethical, not just in terms of PR, but also just in terms of money. God, that's so disappointing.